Hello, and welcome to another episode of Talking Out Loud. This is George Cressy, as always, reporting in. It's been a little while. I think it's literally been about a month now since my last one. And that's probably genuinely because I've not really had the time. I've not made the time to do this. And yeah, do I feel guilty? Sure, I feel a little guilty, but not all that guilty. Hence why I'm going to do a very brief intro to this pod. And I will apologise to you right now. It is a bit of a hodgepodge of a number of recordings I've made over the course of the last, month or so. This is a Vipassana podcast, and one I'm very proud of. This one was recorded in Nepal in December 2017. One of the craziest experiences of my life, but incredibly potent and powerful. Well worth doing, a Vipassana 10-day meditation. So first of all, I'll just take you through what Vipassana is at a very high level, and then what the timetable generally consists of on a day-to-day basis over the 10 days of silence, and some of the precepts as well, some of the rules that you have to follow throughout the course. And then we'll go back to my recordings that were taken whilst I was out in Nepal, both prior to and after the 10-day meditation itself. So I hope you like it. You will hear a bit of background music in the first sort of 10-15 minutes, and that is the dulcet tones of the late S.N. Goenka, who's essentially led this new movement of Vipassana, this uprising as it were. And he's also the main teacher throughout the course. Now this track is a firm favourite of mine and a real crowd pleaser in the Vipassana scene. Played every morning for breakfast. It really sticks in your head after you chant it for about an hour. So just see what you think. I'll just play in the background for about 10-15 minutes. But really hope you enjoy this one. And do let us know. Reach out as ever here at Bankwood Bear. We are all ears. Thanks, guys. Play it. So, a little introduction. To those of you who are not aware, Vipassana is one of the most ancient of all the meditation techniques. Long lost to humanity, it was actually rediscovered by Gautama, the Buddha himself, more than 2,500 years ago. The word Vipassana means seeing things as they really are, and it's a process of self-purification by self-observation. You begin with observing the natural breath to concentrate the mind, and then with a sharpened awareness you can then proceed to observe the changing nature of both your body and your mind, and then experience universal truths such as impermanence, suffering, and egolessness. 3 pretty biggies, I'm not gonna lie to you. And this truth realization is through direct experience, and is therefore the process of purification, as it were. So my God, do you definitely go through each and every one of those. Starting with the natural breath alone, you spend 3 days, 30 hours, focusing on breathing in and breathing out. And so on. And you pretty much nail that after sort of hour 4, but by hour 30, my God, you're flying when it comes to that stuff. Back to it, the entire path, or the Dharma, as it's called, is a universal remedy for universal problems. It has nothing to do with any organised religion or sectarianism. For this reason, it can be freely practiced by everyone, which is very true, at any time, again, very true in any place, and without conflict due to race, community, or religion, and will prove equally beneficial to one and all. It very much is down to discipline. That's all this meditation technique is about. So, in that sense, Yes, indeedy. Very true. So when you're on the course, you are instructed to follow 5 precepts, which extend to 8 if you've already done one already. So the 5 precepts that you have to abide with throughout the course. Number 1, to abstain from killing any living creature. Number 2, to abstain from stealing. To abstain from all sexual activity. To abstain from telling lies, quite useful because you can't actually speak. And to abstain from all intoxicants, which was probably the hardest thing. The other 3, number 6, is to abstain from eating after midday. So if you've already done a Vipassana course, you ain't going to go for seconds, that's for damn sure. Number 7 is to abstain from sensual entertainment and bodily decoration. That's an interesting one. And 8, to abstain from the use of high or luxurious beds. So you kind of have to sleep on the floor with a blanket. So, yeah, it's interesting. So let's jump right in and go through the course timetable. So for best results, students are advised to follow this as closely as possible. Ding dong, 4 a.m, the morning wake-up bell. 4:30 to 6:30 is meditation 1. So you'll meditate in the hall or in your own room. From 6:30 to 8, you have a little breakfast break, which was actually delightful. I really enjoyed that. There was some great little breakfasts. 8 till 9, you'll nip back into the meditation hall and do a little group meditation with everyone. And then from 9 till 11, you'll meditate in the hall or in your own room. So that's a nice 3 hours of solid meditation there. Then, of course, lunch comes around pretty damn soon. Lunch from 11 till midday. And then you can rest. You can rest from midday to 1. And you can also chat to the teacher if you need to, and that's pretty much a need. You can chat to them about philosophical things, but they ain't too fussed about that. They really just want to know if you're going to quit or not. From 1 to 2:30, you go back and you meditate in either your hall or your own room. And then from 2:30 to 3:30, you go for some more group meditation in the hall. From 3:30 to 5:30, you meditate in the hall or in your own room. It's up to you. It's very kind of them. So that's a nice 4-hour block of meditation there. And then it's tea break. Oh my god, the tea break. So you nip back in there, you have a little tea, could be herbal, could be milky tea if you're feeling that way. And that's only if you're a first timer, remember, can't be having milk if you're a second timer. And Cocoa Pops, pretty much the Nepali version of Cocoa Pops, which was utterly outstanding. Really, really beautiful. Following that, group meditation, again from 6 till 7, and then it's discourse time. So, discourse we'll jump into a bit later on, but discourse was a great time of night. You just sit there, you sit back, you kick back, and you relax, and listen to Essen Goenka, whose dulcet tones you're currently listening to in the background there. Talk you through why the hell you're still in that room, meditating for 10 hours a day, with people you can't look at. But yeah, so he's very convincing, as you can imagine. He has to be. So there's 10 of those spread throughout the course, and God, you just wait for those. 8:15 till 9, you nip back in, do a bit more meditation, you know. Maybe you're feeling a bit unrestful, so maybe you ought to just meditate for a sec. Go on, chill out. And then 9 to 9:30, it's question time in the hall. So again, if you've got any sort of questions just before bed, you know, if something's just popped up into your head and you really need to get it out, then yeah, you can ask them. And then 9:30, retire to your own room and lights out. And my God, are they lights out, let me tell you. After being alone with your brain for 10 hours, you just want to turn that thing off and you'll sleep like a log, trust me. And yeah, 4 a.m, comes around pretty damn quick. It's fantastic. No, it really is. You only get 6 hours sleep, which is an issue. But they do say that if you get good at meditation, you only need 4 hours a day. Which... potentially. I think I need more science ready to back that up. But yeah, that is the course timetable for Vipassana meditation. It's 10 days of that, baby. 10 days. So hopefully that gave you a bit of an overview of the course itself, what it includes over the 10 days, and the daily timetable. So now we'll go to the podcasts that I recorded out in Nepal itself. So the first one you're about to hear was recorded directly after the Angelo pod, episode 11. Do check it out if you get the chance. And there's essentially just a little solo pod from myself on my thoughts before entering Vipassana. It's a little bit dramatic, I'm not going to lie to you. So yeah, just take it with a little pinch of salt. And so the recordings after that were taken after I came out the 10 days. And they're with a number of different people. So the first person you'll hear from is Dharma, who is an Indian gentleman. And he was one of the servers. So he was in charge of sorting out food for us, serving us if we needed it, making sure the meditation hall was all set up, ready to go in the mornings, and all cleared down after evening meditations. And also in charge of waking us up, getting us out of bed, and getting us into that floor at 4:30 in the morning, which was a joy, I'm sure. The second you'll hear from is Nate Dog from the USA. He's an interesting character, there's no mistake in that, and a great guy. So yeah, so we'll talk to him about his experience. He was a first timer as well, very much like myself, and just doing it for a bit of a challenge really. So we got on real well, and he has a little bit of a wacky take on things, and he had some pretty interesting experiences which you'll hear about. A lot of visualization in there, but not sure you should have done that. Anyways, made for an entertaining pod, I must say. And the final one, Roy from Israel. He's 23. He used to be in the Israeli army. Definitely felt like he was quite naturally a spiritual guy. And yeah, he'd been keen to try Vipassana for quite some time. And he tells us about why he's done it and whether or not he'll continue with it. But really interesting chat, that one. So he talks about how it helped him get over a breakup and things like that. So yeah, that's to come at the end. And then finally there's just a few musings from myself that I recorded a few weeks back on how difficult it actually is to continue to do 10 hours of meditation a day, or even 1 hour of meditation a day when you're back in the real world. So yeah, that's sort of how we cap it off. So enjoy. So hello, it's actually my first solo podcast. It's just come off the back of that. I really liked that conversation with Angelo there. Incredibly cool dude. So just come off the back of that. Just back at my little room in Kathmandu, about to head to my Vipassana 10-day silent meditation course to have a crack at meditating. So this will be the first time that I actually meditate, which would be I don't know, interesting, I guess. Wanted to do it for the last 6 months or so, and thought, why the hell not when in Rome. So it sounds a fairly intense thing. I guess the reason I'm doing this recording is just to remember who I am when I get out, kind of thing. So I don't know how it's going to affect me, but apparently it's all good. Apparently it's a positive experience. So yeah, we'll see. So I'm just put Time by Hans Zimmer on in the background just to add a bit of epicness to this. So I'll just make it 5 minutes, however long this song lasts. So it's a little memoir to myself, I guess. So when you get out, you can listen to this and remember who you are. You can wake up in a way. I'm making this way more dramatic than it actually is. Loads of people do Vipassana and get out the other side absolutely happy as Larry. So yeah, I guess it's just trying to be entertaining. Just got a little hot cup of sugary chai and my final chocolate bar before I go on to a purely vegetarian diet, which is scary, so just really savouring the flavour, the intense flavour of the white sugary chocolate in my mouth. God, I love sugar, That's a little epiphany just there, Sugar's probably my favourite drug, certainly yours, Dad. So yeah, it's an intense course. Waking up at 4 AM for the next 10 days and meditating for 10 hours a day. You're not allowed to talk, you're not allowed to look at people, and yeah, it's just going to be very alien. Obviously, I guess by now you all know I like talking. It's kind of, it's a little skill set of mine, I guess, but it's going to be tough. Angelo again, off that recording, he meditates a hell of a lot, obviously. And he does it on his own now, he just does his own thing. But he says, yeah, you're going to have some crazy dreams. After a while, your brain is going to be telling you things, and in certain ways. So just listen to what your brain says, basically, and work through it, and it's good. Basically, it's a really good way to clear out your brain, apparently, organize it, structure it, and hit the refresh button. So I'm excited, I already am, but yeah, it's gonna be hard, but apparently everyone should do it, so I'm excited for this. I guess that's nearly the end of the song now. So I'll wrap it up there, but yeah, I guess I really don't want to change my personality on the other side, so goodbye for now, I guess. And yeah, it's good, it's great. So yeah, I'll stop rambling now. Cheers, guys. Hello. Yeah, still talk. It's a relief. Just got out the 10 days, or 12 days actually, of silent meditation here in Kathmandu at the Dharma 10 days of Vipassana. Pretty powerful experience, I gotta say. Pretty full on, pretty intense. Probably the hardest mental challenge I've had to face. Yeah, it was pretty intense. Still figuring out what the hell just happened, I'll be honest with you. So here today in the Garden of Dreams, quite an apt name in Kathmandu. It's a beautiful little garden, and the plan is today just to interview as many folk as I can who are on the course as well, chat about their experience, what they went through, why they went, good and bad experiences while they were there in the last 10 days, and whether they're going to keep doing it, basically, whether they'll keep meditating, pros and cons kind of thing, just to give people an idea, really. So we'll see how many turn up. I'll do as well just a summary once I get my head straight of what the course was, what the days involved, and yeah, it's a bit of a summary, a synopsis for you. So yeah, stay tuned. Cheers. So we'll start. So hello, we've got our first interview of the day.
Yeah.
And we're here with Dharma. Very good name, man. Very good name. So if you could just explain a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how old you are, and how long you've been practicing Vipassana. We'll leave it there.
My name is Dharma.a. I'm from Nepal. My hometown is Sindhupalchok, but I born in India, West Bengal, and I am 33 years old. I've been practice like since 2012.
Okay.
I am practicing like 5 years, and I have did like 8 courses, 5 10-day courses, 3 Satipatthana, and 1 20-day courses, and I have been serving like 30 or more than 30 courts.
Wow.
Serve very good experience and lots of like ups and downs. I found different kinds of people around the world, different backgrounds of people, like many good people, many bad people.
You could explain how the 10-day course is broken down. So if you're a new student attending, what you'll have on the first day and what you'll have on the second day and third day. You'll generally have Anapana, is that correct? And then you'll get Vipassana day on day 4. So if you could just explain that to people who have no idea about Vipassana, so you probably have a better idea about what Anapana is, what you get from it, and then if you could explain.
Mainly Anapana is respirations, inhale and outhale breathing, but it is not a breathing exercise. It is natural way to breathing. Whatever breathing coming in and going out, it is natural. We don't force it. Whatever it comes in, it's okay. Whatever it goes out, it's okay. First we have to learn that. This is called Anapana. Ana means come in and Pana means go out. Anapana. And like 3.5 days when we start Anapana, first day we don't know about Anapana. When new students are coming and they don't know about Anapana, and they have to say this is the respirations. And this is not the breathing exercise. This is not a pranayama. This is opposite of pranayama. Pranayama have a different benefits, and it is its own technique. We did not condemn them, but this is like pure natural breath. Whatever we breathing, now also we are breathing. We are sitting, eating, sleeping. As a natural way we have to focus. And this is the Buddha is teaching us. And the 3.5 days when we first day we have to do like Anapana respiration, and secondly we have to feel where is the breath touching inner side of the nostrils, outer ring of the nostril, wherever it touches, like this area. And third day we have to only feel this triangular area. Triangular area.
The outer ring of the nostril, and then down to the lower lip.
Lower lips,
Okay.
And third day we have to feel sensation also here. Whatever sensation, like itching, tingling, vibrating, like all this type of sensation, And then after only we have to, when we feel here like down the nose, when we feel here like the sensation, and then after Vipassana is taught. When Vipassana is taught, we have all body parts, we have like sensation, but our mind is so gross, and that's why we did not feel his sensation. That's why they will take 3.5 days Anapana, and then after they gave us like Vipassana. We have also like if I am talking, there is also sensation. I feel myself.
Interesting. Yeah. So now even day-to-day life, you walk around. You think and boom, you can focus. Okay, in my right temple, I'm feeling this sensation.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man. That's really cool.
It's really practical.
Because your brain is so subtle now. It's
now it's like not like sharp, but it's sharp, little sharp. And sometimes I feel like some anger people. When I traveling like this, I feel like very born inside. Sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. And you instantly recognize.
Yeah, so this is the very miserable people.
Calm. Yeah, interesting, man.
It helps a lot in day-to-day life. Whenever you work, whenever you talking with people, whenever you dealing with people, people are very like angry, like this, and you have to send inside from metta, Oh, you are angry. I'll give you metta like this.
Yeah. So could you explain metta?
Metta is a loving and kindness.
Okay.
in 10 days, in between 10 days when we are meditating, and we have accumulated lots of positive vibration inside, loving and kindness for all beings. Whenever we are meditating, we feel, oh, my mother should take this, my father should take this, my friend is like miserable, he can do this, my like this, like this, like this, and we have feelings lot of positive energy and lot of things, and we have to share like all beings, like visual and individuals. That is called metta. It's a sharing on marriage and love and kindness for all beings, like all. I send for you also, I send in your Europe, like all people, where my friend is America, I will send metta, he will take. It's really.
So how do you go about doing that? So we got taught
First
this
we
on
have
the
to
10th
calm
day.
down ourselves.
Okay.
We don't have like any passion, hatred, ill will, anger, and when we have like sensation in our body, we have to feel that sensation and we have to give the metta for them.
So you basically feel this energy inside you, and then you think about someone who you'd like to give a bit of
mother,
love to,
father,
and you just send it through your brainwaves or whatever.
It really works. Many times it's worked.
Because this for me, again, like very skeptical person I am when it comes to this stuff, and I just think, come on, it's a bit hippie, it's a bit crazy. I can't send love through thinking about love, you know. It seems like it's a stupid thing to do, but clearly enough people are doing it, and obviously Buddha did it in things. So okay, I'll look into this. I'll try it. I'll try it.
In my life also, one of my friends, I have like fight with him like before, and when I send him metta, when I complete the course, and when I send him metta and complete course, and when I came out, I met him.
What?
And he said, "Oh, Dharma, how are you?" I'm amazing. And I also talking with him, and he said, maybe tomorrow or the after tomorrow I will meet you. Like this. And oh, it's really work. Wow.
So straight away
it's amazing.
You got over it. Excellent.
Many friends of mine, those who are not contact with me, they contact with me because of like good vibration.
Interesting. Because they felt okay, may as well get in touch with Dharma. So why did you start Vipassana? What brought you to
in my life, I have like some accident in my life, and then I realized, I realized that, and I found one new boy. He told me, brother, I did Vipassana, it is very good. You also go and try. And I did not manage anything. And I go with not like only one pairs of clothes. I ran away to Vipassana.
Oh, wow.
It's very hard for me, very hard for me. I don't have like changing dress. I stay 10 days there. And doing meditation.
Clothes, just went there.
Yeah, because he told me, and I have lots of excitement coming inside, and I ran away. I did not manage anything. I did not do anything. And I have only 500 rupees, and I did Vipassana, and 350 I donate, and 150 rupees I got the boss, like that.
Wow.
And after 2014, when in Nepal the earthquake is going, and that time I work in Tamil, some trekking shop, and I realized life is uncertain, but death is confirmed. Why should not I do right thing? Why should not I do good for many people? That's why I'm going to join the Dhamma, and I did like one serve. I really like it, and again, 6 months I serving there, and one day I go outside, again go 3 months serving, like that. Wow. And it takes like more than 1 year. I found many good people, many nice people, different background of the world, in different country of the world. Wow. And then after they recommend me to go Lumbini. There is also, they need some volunteer in Lumbini. So why not? I am a volunteer. Why should not I go there? And I go there, and Lumbini, I love that because the Buddha's birthplace, very really good vibration, and I'm serving like 8-10 months there, and coming this September in here to 22 course. It's really good. The discourse were amazing.
Really?
In long course, yeah.
So the discourse, just for people out there, is at the end of each day you have, well, in the 10-day course, at the end of each day you have an hour and a half of Essenguenka.
Discourse.
The discourse, and he'll talk about why we do it and the theory behind why we meditate. And it's very good. It's very funny as well. I really enjoyed the discourses each evening. Okay.
This Satipatthana course is 7 day long. If you complete 10-day course, 10-day course 3 times and 1 serving, and you may join the Satipatthana course after 1 year's regular practice. And Satipatthana course also very amazing. It is deeply level when you have like the free flow like this, and discourse is also what the Buddha really explains about the Arhat, the 500 bhikkhus in front of the Buddha, and he gave some speech. The 500 full are enlightened in one time.
Whoa!
And that is the
one
Mahasamaya
speech.
Sutta, yeah, Mahasatipatthana Sutta, that called. And it is very good. And when you complete 5-10 day course, one serving and one Satipatthana, then you only join the 20-day course.
Wow.
And 2 years non-stop practice, morning and evening, 2 hours. And it's
So you've
really
got to
hard.
be really committed to Vipassana
Yeah,
to be able to get
really,
onto the 20 days. And after that, where do you go from
And
here?
then after 1 10-day course, and again 30-day course,
30-day
and again 1 10-day course and 30-day course and 45-day course,
Whoa!
and 2 45-day course and 60-day course.
And after that, you should be enlightened after 60 days.
Yeah, and the Goenkaji, he really wants to like start 90-day course, but he is dead and he's old at that time, and he did not complete at 90-day course. That's why we have only like 60-day course. It's very hard,
2 months of
Yeah,
silence.
20 days anapana.
4 a.m. as well. 20 days
Anapana.
of just focusing on your
Yeah.
breathing. In, out,
It's
in,
really,
out.
yeah.
20 days! Wow.
20 days.
That takes incredible mental effort.
Yeah, very. You have to concentrate your mind very much, and you have to dedicate. It's very hard and very serious job. Everybody are only meditating, nothing else.
What was the hardest point? When was the tipping point for you where you said, okay, Vipassana is for me?
Yeah. When I said like 6 days, and then something's happening in my
Is this
me.
during your first
yeah,
10-day
first,
course?
First training course,
Okay.
and I listened the discourse also, and I realized, oh, this is really good. This is not like religious. This is not a sectarian. This is the universal law and nature, and that's why I really like it.
Okay, and you had an experience
Yeah, very
that
good.
day?
Yeah,
like
very
on
good
day
experience,
5 or
yeah.
6?
Yeah.
What was that experience?
So it's like some things like before when I have done, I remember that things, and I have like something like flow,
Interesting.
Yes.
So your brain went back to a painful moment, a
Yeah.
painful memory, and it came
Yeah,
through
came,
in your body. You felt a painful sensation,
and
and
I
then you
realized,
looked at it and you sort of observed it, as it were, and it sort of left.
yeah,
And you felt lighter.
yeah, lighter and very good.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really.
Many people have like different people have a different experience about whatever you have accumulated your sankhara. It comes, and you have different experience because you are in England. You have like different you meet different people. You have lots of like anger, hatred. You have lots of passion, lots of things. You have accumulated yourself. When you irrigate that.
Very true. Very true. That's fascinating. So if you can explain a sankhara. Sankharas,
Yes.
could you explain that to people listening to this who have no idea what a sankhara is?
Sankhara is like what you have accumulated like before. That's called sankhara. And it comes when we are observing ourselves. It coming sometimes hatred, sometimes passion, sometimes greed, sometimes anger. So
This
all
is a
sorts of
past time in your life.
In your life, this
where
life
you-
and before life.
That's so this is a
sankhara.
heavy topic.
Yeah.
So this is obviously you have to start investing in the idea of reincarnation,
Yeah.
rebirth. So that for me, I'm still not there yet.
No.
In my head, I'm still right. Okay, I get
That
one
is fine.
life.
But this life we have accumulated lots of
Of
sankhara.
course, there's been
lots of
moments
things,
where I've had
moment
thoughts
to
of
moment.
hatred, or I've done stupid things, or I've stolen a couple of things.
That's a sankhara.
That's a sankhara.
It comes like sometimes sometimes we meditate. It comes like pain. It is not a physical pain. It is mental pain.
Fascinating.
And
So by observing that
Yeah.
and saying, okay,
okay,
this is
remain
a
how long it lasts.
sensation.
Yeah,
Let's feel how long it lasts, and
Yeah.
when it dissipates.
yeah, this way.
That's
Irritated,
it lifts takes that weight off you. Is that correct?
yeah.
Interesting.
And how you are feeling
That's
like
good.
10 days?
So yeah, very good. I feel good, man. The day. Okay, I'll definitely explain this in a few other interviews, I'm sure. But day 4 was horrendous. Hated day 4. I
Hate?
was very close
Vipassana
to
day?
getting off.
Yeah.
Because I did the Atihana, the 1 hour
Adhitana,
sitting.
yeah.
Sorry, Adhitana. The 1 hour of sitting, no movement. And because I'm stupid, in my head I was like, okay, I've got to do this now. And I just sat there for an hour, and I nearly died. I came out of there and I was shivering. I was a wreck. My knees were shot, and I was just like, "What the hell is this? This is so painful. It's torture." And then obviously you come out, and the guys were like, why don't torture yourself? Like, if it's that painful, you can move. It's not the end of the world. Next time, just move less. I didn't realise that at the time. So day 4 was horrendous. Day 8 was tough. Day 8 and day 4. But now I feel great. Obviously,
some people have a like difficult moment like 2 days and 6 days. Many of people they have. Otherwise, like similarly like 4 days, 8 days, like 3 days.
Generally, people have a couple of days where they really struggle.
Same like Goenkaji also. He also ran away like 2 days.
Yeah, sure.
And his friend, his colleague said, no, you have good sensation here. You have this taste there. And he come to 10-day course. Now he's a great teacher.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Fascinating, man. And you, so you had, what was the hardest day? What was the hardest moment where you were like, maybe Vipassana isn't for me?
Like 6-7 days.
Yeah, after the first course.
First course,
Yeah, I see.
And at daytime, you say, oh, this is not for me. I was ran away. But evening discourse really helps me.
Absolutely. I think if anyone...
It encouraged me,
I think you're right, man. I think, because certainly for me, the discourse every evening was really nice, like really interesting. And really peps you up, it gets you motivated. So I'm sure, would you recommend the same? If you do a 10-day course, you should always wait until the discourse each evening. Just focus on that, focus on getting through to that video, and if you don't like the discourse, then maybe think about quitting, But
and every time different experience. If you do next time, you have different experience.
Excellent. And so would you say the second time is easier? Similar?
Second time is sometimes many people have difficult, but some people have easier also, because the second course when you took the first day they gave like long instruction, 1.5 hour.
Okay.
Instruction in 9 to 11. When you are going to residential quarter to meditate, at that time they give all student instruction. And we are focusing that, and we are whatever he told we have to apply that, and it's difficult. But if you have regular practice like morning and evening, it's okay, not problem. But if you don't have practice and you go like next course to join, it is difficult.
I can imagine, dude. That's mental, though. And so when you serve, so how many courses have you served for now? How many?
Like maybe 30 and more than 30.
Excellent. And you find that harder. Generally, it's harder to serve.
Yeah.
Even though you can talk with your other servers.
Yeah, server. Small centers, not problem.
Okay.
Big center problem, This is big center, and there is sometimes like less volunteer. Sometimes we arrange like only 3 people to hold,
For 100 or so people.
Yes.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. So when we are like taking 3 people, like that time, 84 or 86 students on male side.
Oh Christ!
I did only like dining hall, 2 people only in hall.
So on our course there was what, 50 males, and we had maybe 7 or 8.
60 to 64 male.
Okay.
62 female. Now this course.
But we had quite a few. We had how many? 8 or 9 servers.
This time lots of servers.
Yeah.
Sometimes difficult.
I can see.
At that time, my first course I have served. It's very difficult. 5 days I have worked very hard. 5 days my full body is pain because of working.
Whoa.
Like 4:30 till 9:30, and there's a metta session, and we have to rest time at 11, maybe 10:30, 11.
Is it?
Yeah. When you go in your room, then after our metta session is come. Whenever the whole days we have to done, we have to give like metta for students, metta for like all people's beings and teachers, and we are sharing our merits with each others and we are discussing about tomorrow. The course manager said tomorrow you have to do this, you do this. Today we have this type of mistakes. Tomorrow we did not have to do like this, and we have to program at that time. And when we finish our program, and then after we go like our room to sleep.
Jeez, man, that's insane. Could you explain the 5 precepts?
5 precepts mean don't killing, don't stealing, don't just sex, misconduct, don't lying, and don't harsh others, or don't take alcohol like this,
no drugs and
no alcohol,
drink.
no meat, no like that.
Interesting.
The 5.
See, the 2 that I need more explanation. So no killing, no stealing, I understand. So the sexual misconduct. Now, what is that exactly?
Sexual misconduct means it doesn't mean you did not sex anyone. You
Okay.
know, you have to sex only one person's.
Ah, I see.
You know, only
So
one
no
person.
cheating.
Yeah. Don't go like other people to sex. You know, you have to
So
sex
faith.
only one people. And
Okay.
later on, when you grow on Dhamma, it become less, and you have like
And eventually you become
yeah.
celibate. in a way.
Yes, yeah.
Interesting. But so is you can still have a family and things and all that stuff.
Me?
But you can through Vipassana. You can still be enlightened if you have a kid.
Yeah, sometimes, but
harder.
I'm trying like do less, because sometimes people do not understand like right way, and sometimes we have to do like we have to treat like wrong way. That's I'm like sometimes we have to speak like, you know.
Yeah. I see.
Otherwise, we have to control,
Okay.
because
okay.
we have outside of society different backgrounds people. They did not understand what I am saying truly, but they did not follow, and at that time we have to break like little bit what we do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm with you. Interesting. And the other one was the with the food. So no eating meat.
Yeah.
So that's just no harm to other living
Yeah.
beings. Essentially.
No, in Vipassana they did not teach us do not eat meat, but if somebody kills goats like this, and they say this is for you, I kill this, and this is not eatable, and somebody offer you, I'm only offering for you this foods, and I want to kill what you are to eat. And these three steps we did not. Otherwise, it's okay, because many monks in Thailand they use meat.
Okay.
Many monasteries they have used meat.
But they kill the meat themselves.
No,
How
They
do
buy
they
it.
get? How do they just buy the meat
they
from
buy.
the
Yeah,
supermarket?
they did not.
But no one offers them the
Yeah.
meat directly,
Yeah.
and they don't kill the meat
Yeah.
themselves, so they can buy it from the supermarket. Interesting. Okay. All right. This is good. And so the final one you mentioned. What was the fifth one? The fifth precept.
Which one?
The fifth one.
Don't killing, don't stealing, don't don't stealing, don't killing, and don't sexual misconduct,
Yeah.
and one don't use drugs.
Ah, yes. Drugs and drink.
Yeah, drugs, drinks.
Makes sense. So,
Yeah.
so that's
Because
to stop you clouding your.
yeah, it's a very strong like sensation, and we did not feel it.
Okay.
Because when we use like alcohol and when we use drugs, like it's have a very strong sensation, and it's always like, when we take the sensation always wants to take this. I want to drugs because of sensation. That's why it is. And when you drink, tomorrow you will try, and you will try to meditate, you did not find any sensation, your mind is very gross, you did not feel settled one, like this. It happens.
Okay.
You will try.
Yeah, I'll try it, man. No doubt. I'll go a couple of beers, I think. I'll give it a go. Okay, man. No, this is good. This is great. And so, any recommendations, and why would you recommend Vipassana?
Yeah,
At least a 10-day course to give it a trial.
Vipassana is like pure mind and matter. That's why it is good, and it is a pure way and natural path. This is like same like nature's, whatever nature's play them. It's role we have playing ourselves. We did not harm anybody. This is not sectarian belief. This is not dogma. This is not philosophy. It is like pure mind and matter. How mind works, how matter works, how matter influence about mind. When mind influence about matter, this is all. That's why it's very good. The real way. It's pure way. Yeah.
Reality.
The reality.
Focus
Pure
on
reality.
Yeah. Fascinating. And before you go, the best experience, the most mental kind of mind-blowing experience you've had through
It's
meditation.
20 days course. Like sometime at 20-day course, when I sit, too much sankhara coming, and I did not control, and my mind did not control that sankhara, and I say, it's very very hard to observe this sensation and these things. And I want to, because I already have 8, 9, 10 months in center, and I have great determination. Not this is like little things. Why should I run? I had very bad experience at that time. Many sankharas coming to my mind. Yeah, and 20 course we only go the meditation on the cell.
Okay, so you're
No, and hall
on your own.
at 6 to 7 only. We have to present at 6 to 7 group sitting only. Otherwise, we go only meditation cell. Some people are meditation 5 hours, some 4 hours, some 3 hours, some like this 6 hours.
And so, what happened when you had that overwhelming feeling? Did you get any crazy experience?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Yeah, one is that, and another one is like I don't know. Sometimes I'm going like total dissolution like that. My mind is not working, my body is not working.
So you
15, 10, 20 minutes.
15 or 20 minutes
Yeah.
of just complete.
Completely, I don't know where I am.
Wow! Just because every vibration, you just feel
Feel,
vibrations.
I feel vibration, and I don't know where am I, where am I. And after 2 minutes,
You feel no pain, and you feel
Yeah, nothing.
There's no body, there's no
Yeah.
mind. It's just
Like
that's
total
insane.
total dissolution, you know.
Total dissolution of the body and mind.
Yeah, body and mind is open
That's
mind and
huge, man. Okay, wow, this is awesome. Well, thank you, sir. And yeah, I'm sure we'll be in touch.
yeah.
Dharma, my brother. Thank you, brother. All the best. Interview 2. Hello, sir. And if you could, introduce yourself, name, age, nationality, and preferred meditation position. Go.
My name is Nate Menninger, 23 years old, from the United States of America, and
Whereabouts?
Boston, in that lovely state of Massachusetts. And
Preferred meditation.
I'd like to, the most comfortable position was just to sit with my legs in front of me, my sweatshirt holding my legs together.
Excellent.
So I ruined my sweatshirt.
Yeah, you stretch
Yeah.
that little puppy out.
But
Because the first, 2 days, you tried every
I tried
position.
I feel like you got to try everything. So I
Yeah.
tried every single position
I think you
that I
moved
could invent.
every 2 or 3 minutes. You
Yeah.
were trying a different one.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. What? So you were downward dog for a little while?
Oh, I
You
tried that, but I think that was illegal. Because
Yeah.
the guy like,
You shouldn't really downward dog.
and then at the beginning I was lying down, and then they're like, don't do that.
There's a lot of rules, it seems, in Vipassana.
No,
You can
no.
they say you can do anything, but you
Well,
can't.
you can sit however you like, but you can't.
But yeah,
But
not
you
downward
can't.
dog.
But you can't. But
Strange.
you can't.
Yeah. It's an odd one.
I was like, can I lie down? Like, yes, but not in here. Like, okay.
It's so true. It's so
That's
true.
what he said. So
Yeah.
I sat with my legs like that, and then
Okay. And you just felt that was the most comfortable, and you went from there.
that was the easiest.
Yeah. Well, that's the main thing.
Yeah, which at that point
Yeah.
was all I wanted.
Absolutely. You're doing 10.5 hours of that shit.
I mean, I was just
Every
thinking,
day.
this is day 0. I have
Let's get comfy.
11 more.
Let's settle into this little puppy. Excellent. And so let's start from the beginning.
Alright.
Why? Why Vipassana? Why 10 days?
Ah,
Why do this crazy?
yeah.
Crazy thing.
Well, it's definitely crazy, I think. I like doing really extreme things. So I've been trying my whole life to do the most extreme things I can find. So I started with running the bulls, and then
I did that as well.
I did this thing as deep sea scuba diving in Belize, which is like it was super illegal when I did it. I never scuba dived, and then I went to backcountry skiing in Patagonia,
Excellent.
and I've lived in a Brazilian favela, and I just keep trying to do the most extreme things I can do.
Alright.
And I don't have that much money to do the real extreme things right now,
Uh-huh.
like wingsuiting or living in the Sahara
Okay.
Desert. But I looked up, what's something I could do that's cheap.
Okay.
I looked at my list and my mental list, visualization,
Yeah.
and I was thinking, like some things are cheap and not that much time. Well, I've always wanted to live in a Buddhist temple.
Okay.
Take a noble silence, and like that's extreme.
That
in
is
the middle of
extreme.
the mountains in the Himalayas with snow everywhere. Literally like 5 monks were all walking around, and so I researched it and found out that doesn't exist.
Okay.
And the closest thing to silence is Vipassana.
Okay.
And I had taken a Buddhist class once because it was more interesting than like Christianity, or technically I'm Jewish, but I don't practice. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna meditate. I'm just gonna go. My friends have a saying. We made a saying. It's called "First pump, balls deep,"
Nice.
and it's pretty offensive, I know. But
Massively, but yeah.
it
That's
just
still very
means
true.
if you're doing it first time, you're going all in.
Yeah.
All in. So
It's a
I was
beautiful
like,
saying.
if I'm gonna do it, I'm coming to Nepal, which I thought was the origin, or close to Tibet, the origin, which I was wrong.
Oh, okay. Is it not?
I mean, India.
But
India.
So Dharma's still with us. Just to clarify, Buddhism began in Nepal. He is from Nepal. Buddha
India.
himself.
Buddha is born in Nepal.
I was born in Nepal.
But he
So I picked the right
started-
place.
Yeah. But he
Picked the right place.
started.
Good. Yeah, it makes me feel good.
Lumbini.
In Lumbini. So not here in Kathmandu. How far away is Lumbini?
here from like 285 kilometers. 285 kilometers.
Okay, very specific. Thank you, Noah. This is great.
Yeah,
Sorry,
well,
mate. Yeah, thank you.
283.
Yeah.
So I came
Okay.
to do that, and then to do Everest, and then some other tall mountains, because I wanted to knock out a couple more stories to
stuff.
like write about. And
Super. Oh
that's
yeah.
why.
So you and now you want to you starting a blog? Or you're starting a
I'm just
writing?
right now. I'm compiling all these stories,
Excellent.
and
You want to write
trying
a
to
book?
make
Or
a-
how are you gonna...
yeah, I have like 7 stories now. Some are pretty weird, but
That's cool.
hopefully,
man.
the hope is, you put them together, they're really extreme, and you sell a
Inspire
place,
a
and
few
it's
people.
like, hey, we'll send a film crew with you if we go compete in underground UK boxing,
Yeah.
or
nice,
you go
dude.
become a Tokyo drift driver,
Yeah.
and we'll make a
excellent.
documentary of you doing some stupid, insane stuff.
That's a cool idea.
And I'm just an average guy, just
Yeah.
trying it.
That's good, man. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see.
I'd watch it.
I think you watch it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. So go back to Vipassana.
Yeah.
We could get lost there. We could
Yeah,
get
we're
sidetracked.
back.
So we're talking a different. I was trying to explain about the technique and what it is and so on.
Yeah.
So ignore that stuff. But hardest experience, worst experience in the 10 days.
I don't
When
know.
Did you...
I think the worst experience. It's all pretty fucking bad, to be honest. It's like
pretty
low
hard,
key,
it's
like
intense.
I don't know if you guys listening know the interviewer here, George, ran triathlons, everything. He said his words, triathlon is what, a few hours, 10 days,
10 days.
and it sucks.
Yeah, it does.
It's
It
not.
does. It's full on, man. It's
No, it
how many?
sucks.
It's 14 hours.
I was a high level athlete. You think that we could handle it?
Yeah.
I read people's articles. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. I thought these guys
Oh,
are
shit.
pussies.
Yes.
And I'm sorry I'm using so much profanity.
No, don't worry, man.
But it was good motivation,
Now and
man.
again. Yeah, we can beep it out.
Yeah. And it was hard.
Yeah.
But I think your question was
The hardest.
the
what,
hardest
what
part
day?
is
What-
I think
moment?
day 6. I had I had that out of body experience, and then I only wanted that again. I just craved like this out of body experience,
Yeah,
and
okay.
I imagined that after I had the experience, there was a lever on my forehead. Whenever the lever lifted, I was like feeling really great, and whenever it was down, I felt terrible. It was on my nose, and so I just focused on this lever, but that only made it worse. And then it was just pounding for like
Wow.
a day.
Jeez.
And I
What
was
your
like,
head?
I'm gonna fucking go. Yeah.
But you went in pretty hardcore from what you were telling me. I mean, so for first timers, we
Yeah.
should have 3 meals a day. We have breakfast, we have dinner, and then we have a small evening meal. We have a bit of fruit, some rice
Can you
recipes.
get extra on the evening meal?
Yeah, you can keep going back for a while. Yeah, I love those rice
Yeah.
recipes.
Yeah, she's-
So, but you decided no. Screw
Yeah.
that. If I'm going in, I'm going balls deep.
If I'm first pump, I'm going balls deep. So
Bingo.
I thought you were supposed to sleep on the floor. I thought that's what I heard. Right? There's 3 precepts in that the old students have to follow as well, and that's like 1 is no comfy beds, 2 is no food after noon, and then I never heard the 3rd one.
Yeah.
So I
Could
just
you, if
what
you
was
did
the
a second
3rd
10 day,
precept?
what was
the 8th precept?
Especially one is not make up like these things.
Ah, no,
Yeah,
no,
so
no,
I
no.
figured I couldn't really do that. I'd try, but
Yeah.
so I put my bed on the ground, and then which I realized you didn't have to do.
Not at all.
Old students didn't do that, but
The bed was nice.
and I couldn't have lemon water after the first day because then they put up the sign "Old Students Only."
So you didn't have the lemon
So
water?
I wasn't an old student, but I could never have fruits because fruits are only for new students in
Yeah.
the
So
afternoon.
you were the worst.
And I
really.
really wanted fruit.
Yeah.
I got fruit one day because they forgot to put the sign up in the morning, and I was like, I didn't know.
That's cool, man. No, fair play. So that was your worst experience, best experience,
I think
or weirdest experience? Something like.
I don't know. A couple weird experiences. I left my body at one time, like.
So how did you do that?
Yeah,
Just
it
explain.
was a third. We had our afternoon. You have 3 sessions in a row. An hour, 15, hour, 15, hour, 15. This fucking. If you get through this, you're done with the day.
Yeah.
Right.
Agreed.
But it sucks.
Yeah.
Right.
It's horrible.
And the third one is brutal. Right. Absolutely brutal. Because you've already got the second one. It's like, oh my god. And the third one, I'm sitting there and I just zoned out, completely zoned out, and zoned out so much so that I wasn't even thinking about anything. You know.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I'm doing these scans, you know, down, up my arm, and I kind of pull back from my body, and I feel this, like, the lever go up, you know?
Yeah.
I hadn't felt the lever yet.
Okay, so this is the
And
nose level.
I go up, and I'm, like, floating now, like, imagine yourself 5, 10 10 feet, 2 feet back from the top of your head.
Okay.
And you're looking down, and it's all black, and then I was like looking at parts of my body, and I would scan them.
Okay.
Like I would just look at it, and it would scan.
Instantly feel.
Instantly, but there was no pain. There was no pain. There was no pleasure. It was just tingling. Everything was just the same.
Okay.
And then a spiral came, and I was looking down the spiral vortex, and I was like, "Fuck, that was sick." And I was like, "Damn, that's sick."
And then from then on,
That
you had
was
the
sick.
craving.
Yeah, but I had a couple other cool ones. I had like, I imagined a bag of McDonald's on my head
Sure.
at one point,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, this is what Goenka means by cravings. They'll go away." And I had this ring around my head that was scanning me like a scanner, you know, like a.
So you did the whole visualization.
At
thing.
this
You
point,
didn't
I
forget
was using it as I figured it was training wheels.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I later
visualize
asked
a
the
little bit.
teacher, I was like, "I'm envisioning a ring. Is that alright?" He's like, "No." And then I could do it without the ring by that point. But I was doing this ring like imagine a
CT
metal
scan.
rod. Yeah, a CT scan, basically the
Yeah.
same thing. It's something going down and up. And that also McDonald's bag disappeared. And I was like, "This is what he means. My cravings are going away." And then it got over my neck and onto my body, and my body just turned into cheeseburgers. And everything was a cheeseburger, and it was all humming, and I felt amazing. And I was like, you know what? I don't know about Goenka, but I like my cravings, and I'm going to keep them. Like, I'm not going to really accept that part right now, but... And then it just kept getting worse. I couldn't, the sensation got so much, so day 9 I woke up, and I woke up, went to my meditation, went back to sleep, couldn't sleep, obviously can't sleep at that point. But I go into like an alternate, like a dream mode, but I'm awake.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I'm swimming now, and like I'm full on swimming in real life.
Whoa.
And I can feel it, and I don't like it, and I'm like trying to wake up, and I start shaking my head, and I'm still like swimming with my arms. And,
Weird.
and I wake up, and I'm like, fuck, that's sucked. That was
Yeah.
dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got some real trippy
Yeah,
incidents.
there were some weird ones.
Yeah.
There were
That's
some weird ones.
yeah. All right. I don't know where to go with that one.
It was.
But I mean, so one thing they preach is no visualization, no
Right.
verbalization.
So I
and-
tried to, yeah.
You dabbled a little bit. in the
I
visualization.
thought
Visualizing.
I tried to follow the rules as closely as possible. So they said, which is weird because everyone you hear goes to this is like, oh, you learn so much about yourself. But they tell you not to think.
Mhm.
So I didn't think about myself.
Mhm.
I didn't think during meditation. I wouldn't think about myself. You know, like that's not what you're here for.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So I didn't have like those really until the last one. But I did the little imagination only because I wasn't like imagining it. It was just there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you.
And then I had
it just
to-
came to your head and-
It was just there. I wasn't like imagining it, and
Yeah.
then I eventually had to actively not imagine it.
Just be real. Come back to reality. This can't be
Like,
true. This
yeah,
can't be real.
it was just like close your eyes and you see like
Yeah, your body
just
or
there.
your thing. Interesting with the McDonald's thing.
that's weird.
Yeah,
I would see some
there.
fucked up shit. I would see like moths. I remember an army of moths with crowns, and like the king moth was like they were all talking, yelling at me, and then I was like in a castle, and then there was like these 4 giant I don't know if you've seen Lord of the Rings, but there's one scene in the 3rd movie where they go into this like
Love it.
this place, not a sanctuary, but in the mountain, and there's the
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
ghost god or whatever.
Yeah, the
and there's
Army
like
of the Dead.
there's this big room, and there's all these statues, and all the statues were around me, like coming to life, and they were just like discussing whether I was like a good
Where
person.
the hell were
I
you?
was like
for
day
this?
1, day 2.
Right. So when you close your eyes and you're breathing, your mind.
This is when
wanders.
your mind is wandering.
That's a
and,
cool
and,
mind you got there.
And weird fucking. I mean, like things that no
Okay.
one's ever thought of before. Like I was like.
A visionary.
I was feeling like this is what people write books about. This is how
No
people get
doubt.
ideas of like Harry Potter because they're tripping balls and they have like.
But other than now, you could write a.
And I didn't
children's
feel like
novel
I was
about
tripping
moth
balls. I
kings.
was just like,
Yeah.
this is just like I just think weird shit.
Fucking
I'm
awesome.
just fucking weird.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best people are, man. The best people are.
I don't know who the best.
Would
I still got some bad problems. Not gonna tell them, but half of what got me. Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Half of what got me through it was like maybe like.
It's all
I
getting a bit more on the straight and narrow here.
No. It was like the girls at the end.
Oh, no doubt.
Maybe I'll fall in love with it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll fall in love with one.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I fell in love with 15. Don't think they like me, but
Yeah, we'll find out.
first
We'll
5
go for a
seconds
meal
I was
tonight.
in love with them.
No doubt, man. Well, it's
100%.
love at first sight, isn't it?
And I fell, and you can fall. Who says the one?
It's all eternal love, isn't it? It's love and happiness, sharing is caring. What I will say is, we'll go back to topic. 10 days, would you recommend it?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would recommend it to actually everyone. Actually, it's best for people who don't want to do it. Because people who want to do it, you're already fine. Like, you already think about doing good things. You know, like, probably everyone there, maybe one or two people.
Like, they're there for the right reason. Yeah,
they're already there because they already innately think, like, I'll do nice things for other people. I'm gonna not steal, lie, cheat, and this stuff. They already think that, and then those are just, you know,
it's easier to
strengthened throughout the period.
Absolutely.
But you already have it. Really, that's not important. I think it's more important to give it to someone who doesn't have it.
It doesn't. Yeah.
How do you convince someone who?
Absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't want to experience it. Fascinating.
I just want people to experience the fucking.
I think it's just good, really good for mental toughness. Just to
I
go,
think it's insane. Like, the whole time I was thinking, I was like, I'm gonna text or email my coach, like, hey, if you have any kids who are injured, or like, sign them to this.
Yeah.
And they'll find out if they're really gonna be fucking good competitors.
Agreed.
Like,
it's hard. It's really psychologically one of the toughest things you can do. And will you keep practicing? You're gonna keep going with it?
I don't think so, actually.
Okay.
I think I have a weird logic, but they say don't crave. And I don't crave meditation.
Okay.
At all.
But are you averse to it?
I just don't.
Experiencing aversion to it?
No. I don't hate it, I don't crave it, I just don't need it.
Okay.
I feel like I don't need to do it. I like it. Maybe I'll wake up and feel the sensations and kind of play the sensation game, as I say.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. But I feel like I just don't.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah, come back to it. But right now, you think you're a bit too young, you're a bit too.
No, it's not even that. I just don't.
Don't need it. You're happy enough.
At the basic principle, if you're doing meditation, you want to be better. I mean, or you want something out of it.
To change.
You do want something out of it, which is kind of counterintuitive to the whole notion
it's difficult.
of meditation, because they say you're not supposed to expect anything, but yet you're doing meditation to get something.
It's a rabbit hole.
I'm kind of like, I don't know.
I think
that's hard. That's a hard thing for me to get up to.
It's a hard precipice.
I can't fathom that.
It's very difficult. It's an ultimate question, that, in a way.
Yeah, I can't. There's a lot of craving.
I think you probably need to go through a tough stage, maybe, like a real tough breakup, maybe, or like a.
I think it's a lot better for people who are in some fucked up situations.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Like, people who were there were crying and like they had like serious girlfriends or I just came here. I got no girlfriend. I'm like.
I'm the same, man, in that respect.
Like,
I didn't really need it. I just wanted to give it a go and get.
And you didn't have any.
I didn't really have any
crying moment.
No. But then again, I've had a very happy and blessed life, so that's
also what I think I realized.
Yeah.
My shit, people are probably thinking of some bad stuff that's happened to them, and I'm like.
Yeah, you're making up children's tales about moth kings.
Nothing bad or bad has happened to me.
Absolutely. So it's interesting, man. Well, thank you, Nate. Appreciate this. But we should do another podcast when you release your book. Come on again.
You have to get published, or at least a month.
Oh yeah, well whatever.
You're almost still alive by then. Fuck.
Mate, we're gonna get a photo of you in your meditation position for the photo. My man, Nate.
When do we interview you?
I'm always on interview. I'm always on record. Whatever. I could do an interview with you. So, interview number 3. If you could, sir, just your name, age, nationality, and favourite meditation position.
Okay, so my name is Roy Kanevsky. I'm 23 years old. I'm from Israel. And my favorite meditation posture is supposed to be half lotus.
Oh, nice. You can do that already.
Yeah, but not like for the 1 hour sitting. Like my knee, I think it's very like in a bad form right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I got back to like a regular sit. How you call it?
Just cross-legged.
Cross-legged, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough, man.
Thank you.
Cool. That's cool. I've managed that a little. I got halfway cross-legged, and I took that as well. So that's cool. So basically, what we'll do is I already took a photo of Dharma.
Really?
So the guy who did 5 years of meditation. He does half lotus as well. His name's Dharma, man. What a cool name. Mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But so he does half lotus.
Yeah.
So we'll compare. we'll get a shot of you later on, just for the listeners, so they can put a face to a voice. But yeah, excellent, man.
Thank you. Yes.
Why Vipassana? Why did you do the 10-day course? And what brought you to Vipassana? If you could, Roy.
Well, I've been practicing meditation and searching and investigating Buddhism for the couple last years.
Okay. Why was that?
Like from what, or why did I learn?
What sparked you into Buddhism in particular? Why go down that path in the first place?
At first, just when something curious your mind, I don't think you doubt it. You just read about it, you learn. But it was a long journey. I think I had a girlfriend in 19 when I was 19, and she had a mother. She was like a white witch, always travel India, and she opened my mind to spirituality world at all.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so from there, I think the seed was planted.
Okay. Yeah.
And since then, it comes and goes. But the big jump of my spiritual path was actually in the military service of me as
in Israel.
Yeah, I was a commander.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I was like I had 15 soldiers.
Jeez.
Most of them girls, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it was I was the head of the post-production department.
Okay.
In the film unit in the army.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. And so why did that come about? Always had an interest in filmmaking and.
Yeah. Because I want to serve in my profession. We have to serve in Israel.
Yep.
So I at least let's make the best of it for myself also, and for the army if I do what I'm best of it.
Yeah. So you're making promotional videos for the army?
Yeah, it was like. Oh, is that water?
Nice.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Good enough, right? I'll take it.
So, what was the question, sorry?
Promotional videos. Was it?
Yeah, it was like the
army?
spokesman unit, working with the media.
Okay.
That's the
fair enough. Yeah. And this is what you really enjoy because that was your passion from before.
Yeah, I went to college also after high school. Before that, that's my profession.
I got
as you can see.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Oh, we're getting filmed for the podcast, first time.
Oh,
exciting times. Yeah. Don't know why I looked down at the phone.
Yeah.
That's really pointless. That's grand though, man. Okay.
Yeah. So
I mean, did you see much action, or how does that work if you're in post-production? For the army.
You get a lot of pressure, when as a commander, the head of a department. Okay. So you get a lot of pressure. You fight a lot with the officers and your soldiers. Not fight physically, but there's a lot of mental pressure all the time, and there's a lot of work, and you have a lot of responsibility.
You've got to shout to be heard and get your.
Yeah, and I was young. How old I was? It's like 21.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So you turned to meditation at that stage?
No, it was coming enough. Meditation. I was going to YouTube, putting meditation sounds, try to listen.
Okay, just relax.
Yeah, searching, but reading books. And then I was I have to find some, I don't know, call it a cure or something, how to handle this pressure. It doesn't make sense, this pressure. It doesn't, because I'm very much suffering, So I went more into Buddhism, read more books. My mom, I don't know if it's good karma or not, but my mom, she had a new partner in life, and he was he was a psychotherapist and a mindfulness teacher, and meditative practice for 20 years.
Perfect, man. Okay, so he's the guy.
So he helped me also, and he gave me books, and we had also a lot of talks. So I'm really got into that more.
Okay.
And so it goes on and goes on, and another major.
Oh, legend.
Oh, that's coming fast, man.
Yeah, it really was.
So
good service here.
Yeah.
Good man.
That looks great.
Okay. Good manliest drink. Thank you, dude. Yeah. See you soon.
And then year later, I have a major crisis, another one in my life, a very hard breakup.
Okay.
Very hard breakup.
With your girlfriend? Was, how old were you? 19 when you were together? First time?
No, it's not the same girlfriend.
Okay.
Not the same girlfriend.
Okay. But why was that so tough? If you don't mind me asking, is that too
Well,
personal?
yeah, no, it's not personal. I just didn't see it coming at all.
Okay.
Everything was perfect, and just one night, out of nowhere, she was like, and I was blind because
Oh wow.
I was
Yeah,
very
that's tough.
blind.
Okay. Okay.
And then it's like hit me so hard, man. I never was.
Real depression.
It's not depression, but it's like it's like I've never been such a broken piece of person.
Oh,
Yeah, it was very
no
hard.
identity, kind of in a way.
Yeah,
or?
like no, like the ego gets hurt very much, you know, and you just can't understand,
Wow.
and you're so, and then I'm like getting more into that and more to practice, and it really helped me. So I'm actually grateful for her, you know, for the breakup at the
Yeah,
end.
fascinating. Okay, good man. Everything happens for a reason,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
So here we are, like in Nepal. I'm starting my journey in Nepal in a Buddhist monastery for 4 weeks, volunteering,
Fascinating.
teaching English there,
Okay.
the monks. So I'm living with that became a dream of mine, just to live with the monks. Every time I saw a monk, I was getting excited. I don't know if it's like
That's
karma from the
cool.
past, you know.
Yeah,
like,
fair enough. Yeah.
maybe. But and then after the monastery, I went to trekking a bit. So I went the Annapurna.
Cool.
And then I met there an Israeli girl called Neta. She told me she's going to a Vipassana. I already wanted to go to Vipassana. I didn't know very much what it is actually,
Same.
but I felt
Nice.
that okay, I want to try.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I think the New Age make it a kind of bad reputation with Vipassana. People think like, oh, you're going to Vipassana, you're going to be quiet and silent for 10 days, but that's not the point, man.
Yeah, agreed.
That's what they say, but it's not the main point. You know, it's part of it, and it's very important, I think.
Agreed. The silence is
Yeah.
crucial. It's bloody difficult. It is crucial, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're like, yeah, so I'm going, and I don't know how to explain, but when I came to Nepal, like I booked, I knew that I'm going to India.
Uh-huh.
So I got a visa for 90 days here, and I didn't thought about a lot what I'm going to do in Nepal, and actually I don't think I really calculate the time that I'm going to spend here, but I booked like for tomorrow the flight for the 13th of December.
Okay.
And when I finished the trek, I'm like, okay, I have 2 weeks left, and I have nothing else to do. now in
Oh
Nepal.
wow. Okay.
So I have a free time, and I really felt like, okay, I'm done with Nepal. I want to move on.
Okay. Yeah.
And like, okay, so
What to do in 2 weeks?
like, okay, so I tried to go to another monastery. It was fully booked, and then the Vipassana course. I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Like,
Which is on the 12th.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
12th.
yeah.
So one day before I fly, that could be cool. But you're on the wait list. Well, I'll stand up anyway. And then they told me, yeah, you're in.
Excellent.
So here I am.
That's cool, man.
That's my
That's
story.
a great story. Man, that's so good. Mine was literally nothing like that. Mine was like, oh, I heard Sam Harris talking about it on a podcast. I was
Yeah.
like, no, I'll give that a go. It's a good little challenge for me.
Yes.
That's cool, man. That's
Thank you,
really in depth. You're a great storyteller, dude.
Thank you. That's my job.
Yeah, it's good. You're good at it. That's it. So the plan. What's the next question? So I'm going to explain a little bit, and already I know Dharma has about
Yeah.
what Vipassana is, and so people have got an idea already, hopefully by
Okay.
this stage, what the course is all about and what the structure of the days is. So, hardest part for yourself. The hardest day or the hardest moment where you were like, you know what, fuck Vipassana, I'm out, kind of thing. Was there a moment?
I think you get those moments like couple times in a day, you know.
Agreed.
But back in Israel, I'm like practicing kung fu for the past years.
Okay.
So I have like a true kung fu master. Israeli.
Nice.
Here's my food.
Yeah.
Oh, got some bread.
See.
Ta-da. Thank you, man. Ta-da. Thank you. Wow, that's good.
It does look very good, man.
Okay.
You can pause it there and come back after you eat. It's up to you. Or we can keep going. If you can eat and talk, we can keep going.
No, I don't think we need to. We can talk. Okay, let's stop.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem. Okay, and we're back. So, back to the question.
Yes.
Question was, hardest day. So you said that
Hardest.
there's loads of moments each
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
But the couple of hardest moments, or hardest days?
The hardest day, as I can really recall, was the 7th day.
Okay. Why's that?
Yeah. After the Adhana ceiling, the strong determination that you see
1 hour.
1 hour
Yeah.
not moving, I was like, I think it really drains my whole energy. So I was like out of it, and like it's like I lost my ability to concentrate after that. So
Is
like
that a morning? Was that the morning one or the
yeah,
afternoon one?
the morning. So we got the break.
Okay.
I got back.
Killer.
Go back, and then like, okay, let's try to concentrate. No ability. Like no.
Couldn't get any senses.
Yeah,
or
and I feel
anything.
so exhausted. Like I was like, I don't know, like I was like after a psychological treatment or something.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That's
okay.
how I felt, and then I was like, was not able to meditate the whole day. I was getting frustrated about that.
That is hard.
Getting frustrated, you know, like
Yeah. Well, listen, for me, I can't do this. Maybe it's not my technique. Is that going through your head?
so. Yeah, that's what I was telling you about. Like because I was practicing kung fu, so the handling with this struggle or pain, something that I'm used to have a thought of how handling it, because you know you go through a lot of pain when you practice a martial art.
No doubt.
It's a mental pain, as also the Vipassana teachers say so. And
Okay, could you explain that real quickly? Why is it the mental pain, not only the physical, when you're doing a martial art? You have to think about the next move, or
no, because you always want to quit, you know. It's
oh,
too hard.
because of the pain.
Yeah, because of the pain. You
Gotcha.
no, I can't do it, because that's how you're regular to it. You know?
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm with you there.
And then like it's like be strong. You know, pain is a blessing. That's how you progress. You know, and it's getting into your mind. You know, so you learn how to handle pain, but not like that sort of pain. The Aditana was not
Different type.
merely. Yeah, it's so hard for me. but-
Agreed, man. Yeah. You can do like I was chatting about before, but like triathlon, 2 hours of pretty much pain, constant pain. But you know
Yeah.
what you're doing. It's only 2 hours, but it's different because this is you just sat there. You
Yeah.
got nothing to focus on but the pain. No distractions. You can't look around. You can't like listen to some music.
Yeah.
None of that. It's you and the pain. You're with the pain. Observe the pain. You have to observe it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's the whole point.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
my Israeli teacher said like when we talked about observing pain, you know, because pain, but the suffering comes when a person comes and say, this pain, why is it happened to me, you know, and when you get an attach or abortion from that pain,
Interesting. Okay.
and it's like, well, you not just need to understand to observe the pain like a security camera, because a security camera doesn't care if somebody is broken into the house or not. It doesn't care. She's
That's
just
a good
observing.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the same
Ah,
mindset.
Okay.
That's an interesting mindset to look
That's
at.
a nice one. I
Okay,
like
I'm
that.
a
It's a good
security
analogy.
camera. I'm a security camera.
That's good. Someone's trying to break into my house right now. Okay.
Some car is trying to tell me like where.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah,
mind is like
interesting,
there.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's, and then so I had like, okay, I had to, and you don't talk to anyone. I think it's part of the struggle, because when you talk to somebody, it's relieve something, you get something off your chest, you know.
Absolutely.
When you don't talk to anybody, it's like you
Gotta
stay
keep
with
it
them,
up here.
here and like the emotional level and the mental level. So it's all stays and gets fertilized with itself, you know.
Agreed. Yeah, okay. And on the 7th day then, by the end.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'll talk to the teacher about it. Just I don't care what he's gotta say, I just need to get it off my chest. I'm having a hard time. That's just what I need to say to somebody, you know.
Yeah.
And it's the only person I can talk to.
Yeah.
So like, okay, let's go to the teacher. Namaste, let's go and let's sit. And like with his very subtle Nepali accent, you know.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's good, you know, because you did a deep operation, something got out, and you did a good job. Try to rest a bit, and then I got a good feeling from that. Okay, so I deserve it. Like, it's okay that I'm having a hard time because I just searched myself, you know, like.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. That's how you dealt with that in a way.
I dealt with that, but I couldn't concentrate. But I didn't have a guilt.
That you could feel any sensations and stuff
Yeah.
after having that conversation.
Yeah, and
Okay.
but in the evening after the discourse, I just had the most calm sensation I had in the course.
Perfect.
Calmest,
Nice, man.
deep calm. I never felt like that before.
That was your best session. That was your best bit of the
You know, it's not a
conversation
session.
there,
It's like 20 minutes when you sit there, you
Yeah.
know, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And most of the time tired. I was fully awake. I don't know how it happened. but I was the most calm. Never felt so calm. It never came back, but I'm not getting attached to it.
Fair enough. That's good, man.
Yes.
So, would you say that was your best experience as well on the 7th day? That final 20 minutes of the whole week?
Interesting. Maybe, but maybe it was a catharsis because I was such in a low point, and then I'm like, got a high
I
up.
found that as well, though. I found that I'd go through really bad sessions where I just was like, I can't even feel my left ear. I had that ear. I nailed the ear 2 days ago. I can't feel that ear anymore. And then I'd do that for like an hour, and it'd be so annoying. I go to the next session, and be like, be equanimous, be equanimous, and you do it, and you'd be like, wow, I'm really equanimous now. I've got this. I'm nailing this. It's real peaks and troughs every day. I think
It's part of it,
Yeah, it really is. And I think it feels like you get rewarded by going through a struggle, by having those really crappy sessions where you're an hour and a half, very little stuff going on. But you still got to sit there, you got to sit there, you got to sit there. And then something, maybe it's you or maybe it's a neural thing, I don't know. But either way, you get rewarded eventually. You'll find that reward. That's what I found anyway. So that's cool though, man. That's really cool. So if that was your calmest sensation you've had for a while, you say, in that 20-minute spell, how did you feel? What was going through your mind or your body, or try and explain that feeling? Just so people get
for
a
a physical level, you can imagine a straight line, like a pipe, and that pipe, like from your top of the head,
top of the head.
from the top of the head, like from here. What's the name of that?
The forehead.
Forehead.
Top of the forehead, yeah.
Yeah, and until like I don't know
the waist.
Yeah, the waist. It's like a pipe of energy. And it affects everything around, like everything goes around. You feel so light and peaceful, like serenity actually, more like like a transcendence. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. You're out of your body, or you still felt?
No, I felt my body.
I had a similar thing then, yeah.
I was very like there,
Yeah, but not there. It's a weird. Is that fair to say? Because my only experience, 10th day, final session, was the Atihana thing. I was like, okay, sit down for this. And I thought, I'm going to be screwed here, because we've been talking all day. On the 10th day, you can talk.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, oh, I was a hamburger for a while.
Yeah, distance break.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, what the hell? Like, I've not had any of this stuff. But people were having out-of-body experiences and fireballs in their hands. Sensei. The fireballs in their hands and stuff, and I was like, I got none of that, but it's fine, it's cool, I'll get it eventually. And then the final session, I had like a moment, I had like a good 15 minutes where I was just like, I knew I was in my body, but like the outside and the inside were the same, because it's all particles and stuff. It's weird, man. Obviously, everything was black, because you have your eyes shut, naturally it's going to be black, so everything was just black. I couldn't really feel the boundary of my skin anymore, but I knew I had a body. Weird. And when I said like, what am I feeling in my finger, I could feel sensation. So I was like, okay, I'm still in my body. I had like a headache, and towards about day 7 or day 8, the guys Gwenka says, okay, and maybe towards the end you'll be able to maybe get through your skin, and you can start to feel your brain, maybe your lungs, or if you have a pain in your lungs, you can get through to that. And I was like, okay, I'll try that. This went straight through my skull, as it were, but I didn't really feel that. So I was in this like vibration thing. Sounds really hippie. My mates are going to take the piss out of me so much, But like, and I had a headache, and then I was like, okay, try and just calm it down and look at the headache for a bit. Look at the headache. It went away. It subsided. I was like, oh, it was cool. That was really cool. And then I had a real big pain in my leg, and it all snapped out. But,
I think I got inflamed knee,
Oh, you do? My knees are shot, man, for sure. I've got to really work on that. But so that's cool though, dude. That's cool. But we both had cool experiences there.
Yeah,
no doubt. Oh, because so you said at the end of the 10th day.
Oh yeah, on the 10th day,
like the 11th day, you said.
It's the 11th day. Yeah.
This morning.
Yeah, this morning actually, when you are out of your the inside experience is spread out for everybody, and everybody's talking much more like, okay, like you're not in this zone,
scanning your body and your senses.
Yeah, so you're like more free, and then so I didn't have the crazy meditation in the morning, I was okay, we're over that, I'm too tired, it's okay. And then on the end of the, really at the end, literally the end of the course, we had the Metabana meditation.
Yeah.
Have they?
Yeah. So Dharma's had a quick chat about metta and stuff. I said it was a bit hippie for me, but carry on. Yeah. So you had the loving kind, and you're supposed to project your love.
Yeah, when you like focusing on your love and compassion.
We're fine, man. Thank you,
man. When you focus on your love and compassion feeling and you spread it and your energy and vibes to the world, that's the meditation. So it's much more different, like in a contrast even way of the Vipassana, because there is a bit imagination actually. You actually imagining that you're spreading. For me, it's coming from the chest. I don't know where it does come from you, but
I don't really get into it, man. I need to go back to that. I will. Okay. I'll look into that. But yeah, carry on.
And then the guru, our guru, Singbanka, is talking and he's chanting, and then he's like, "May all beings be happy. May all beings feel love and compassion." And then he's continuing chanting. Okay, you're getting into it. Yeah, I feel the love. Yeah, I'm into that. Okay, I'm in the meditate mind. Like, okay, yeah, I'm totally yours. You know, I'm really in the moment.
That's cool. Okay. Yeah.
And then it's like, just out of nowhere, he says, "May I pardon for all those who have harmed me or hurt me in my life." And as he says that, the first picture, the first person coming to my head is my ex. The harsh breakup that we talked about that had broken me last year.
Interesting.
And when just feeling like tears, so much tears coming to my, like so much pain was buried inside. You know, I was handling that in meditation over and over, but
never
now
really.
After 10 days, you know, when you truly forgive for somebody, then you can forget them.
Wow, that's powerful, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So there's a real weight off your
now
shoulders.
I'm talking that I'm getting the feeling. Okay, really, like it's still there, you know, but I feel much more free, you know, because I have not slight bit of anger. Not to her, you know.
Yeah.
About to myself.
Yeah.
You need to forgive yourself. That's what I mean. Forgive yourself.
Awesome. That's cool.
Yeah.
So, all right. So now the next question.
Yes.
Would you recommend a 10-day course
No.
to people?
Like when I'm gonna summarize my experience to my family and friends, I'll say if I have to summarize one thing, that, I'll just summarize as a wish. My only wish for me to get you guys is you just experience it. Give it a fair trial to that experience.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Just if you ever come to an advice from me and for help and you trust me, so trust me when I say you have to try it. Have to try it. Doesn't matter where are you from, doesn't matter really.
Yeah.
If you really want, if you believe in change and changing yourself, I think you should try it.
100%, man. 100%.
Just try it. It doesn't hurt you.
You don't lose anything. You lose nothing.
Maybe you get some blood. I got blood in the knees. Not knees, in the nails actually one time. I was sitting very wrong, but you know, strong determination.
Good
and then like taking the socks off in the break, like fuck, I was bleeding. Like
jeez, man.
I was feeling good.
That's one of the questions. The only question I asked my guru was like, when do I listen to my body?
Yeah,
you know, because that's the key, and they don't really explain that too much. So the word of warning for people who are going to go. It's okay now and again to relax a little. Okay, let's listen to my body for a second here. But yeah, absolutely. That's awesome, dude. And you're going to continue? You're going to continue to meditate in Vipassana, or are you going to try a different technique, or what's the plan?
I'll go with the Vipassana meditation.
Yeah.
It's really hard, you know, sitting 1 hour. I didn't understand if you need to sit like
I think
1
you
hour.
Change. You can change whenever. And then I think once or twice a week I'm going to try and do 1 hour just to prove that I can still do that. But yeah, I think you can change.
Yeah, but doesn't mean that I'm close to anything else, you know. That as we discussed on the way on the bus, you know, I think we should live in a question mark, not in a period. Because you are much more open to things.
Very true.
So go as a question mark to this course, you know?
Yeah.
Just try it.
Yeah.
You can only gain.
You really can. Yeah, it really frees your mind. And what's next for you now? So for the rest of the... where do you go from here? India?
Yeah, I'm going tomorrow. Actually, I have a flight to Delhi. From Delhi, I'm meeting a friend Indian friend that I haven't met for 16 years. So it's gonna be like interesting meeting.
Wow, what, so you were 7 when you last saw him?
No, not 7. We were 9.
Oh, still?
Yeah.
You're real kids then?
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be interesting. And then Varanasi, Rajasthan, travel India.
Excellent. Ah, you'll have an awesome time. Dude.
Yeah.
Awesome time.
I'm
Well,
really
thank
excited.
you, man.
Thank you.
And
My
yeah,
pleasure.
keep in touch. Roy, a pleasure, dude.
Thank you, man.
It's now the end of July 2017, but it's been quite some time really since I recorded one of these. Reflections on Vipassana. So since doing Vipassana, I've been in the real world, as it were, and that's got its challenges, certainly, in terms of how I changed quite considerably in quite a few manners, but not at all in quite a few others. But in terms of ability to meditate, I must say it's been quite tricky over the last 6 months or so. So instead of 10 hours a day, I'm now doing about 10 minutes to 20 minutes a day. So try to do it twice a day if I can, for about 10 minutes each time. Very hard to live in the moment, let me tell you that much. But nevertheless, you got to keep persevering, keep trying. And I think that's sort of the big takeaway I've got from living back in the real world, as opposed to living in the world I was in when I entered Vipassana and when I left Vipassana. So yeah, it's just a few sort of thoughts on that. I would say if you're going to do Vipassana, I'd recommend it to everyone. I think that still stands. It is an eye-opener, there's no doubt about that. I think after spending 100 hours with yourself and nothing but your thoughts, you come up with some pretty crazy stuff, but you come up with some really genuine and well thought through stuff as well. And like I say, I think after 6 months or so in corporate life, it's tough. It's tough to go back to living in the moment. You always end up thinking about either the past or the future. That's a natural state. And yeah, there's some fairly heartfelt feelings about the hardships, as it were, of practicing what you preach after you come out of one of these. So yeah, no, I think it's a lot easier if you are travelling than it is when you're back in the real world. But don't give up, keep plugging away, and it will come back. That's what I've been told, at least. That's what I'm going to keep doing until it does. It's well worth it. Meditation's a great way to sort of moderate your thoughts and feelings as you go along, and I'd recommend it to absolutely everyone. So I hope you enjoy the pod, and there's just a few of my thoughts on the current state of affairs, but yeah, definitely worthwhile. Cheers, guys.
Bankwood Bear Productions.
Cheap and chill.